Alright, so 7.4 homework. The first three questions, remember we use a calculator. So we need to do that change of base formula. So it's going to be the log of 19 over the log of 2. So we put those into our calculator. First we're going to do the log of 19. And we get 1.2787. Now remember, it doesn't matter how many numbers you write down, but the more you write down, the more exact your answer is going to be. Next, we're going to do the log of 2. And it's important that you guys practice these problems before our test coming up. That way, you guys know how to put them into your calculator for the test. So now we just divide 1.2787 divided by 0.30109, and we get 4.24. It says to the nearest thousandth, so I guess that's 3 decimal places, so 4.241. That's our answer for number 1. Now for number 2. We use our change of base formula, so we have log of 1 over log of 7. Log of 1, if we put that into our calculator, that would be 0. So it doesn't even matter what the log of 7 is, because 0 divided by anything is going to be 0. The log of 7 is 0.845. 0 divided by anything is just 0. So our answer for number 2 is 0. And then number 3, we do the same thing. So we have the log of 24 over the log of 4. The log of 24 is 1.3802, and the log of 4 is 0.60205. And then we just divide these two, so we have 1.3802 divided by 0.60205. And we get 2.2925, so I'm going to round it to 3. Any questions on these 3? Your test is going to be Thursday next week, so I posted a test review on Canvas. So make sure you guys practice putting these into your calculator so you know how to do it on Thursday for the test. Okay, let's go to number 4. So we need to condense each expression into a single logarithm. So here, the first thing we're going to do is take the numbers out front and make them our powers. So the power property. So we have log base 3 of u raised to the 4th power plus log base 3 of v raised to the 20 power of 20. Next thing we need to do is combine them into 1. So since we are adding them, we multiply. So we're just going to have 1 log base 3 of u to the 4th power times v to the power of 20. And this is our answer. Any questions here? Alright, let's go to number 5. So again, we do the same thing. We take the number out front and bring it to the top. So we have log base 7 of x raised to the power of 8 minus log base 7 of y raised to the power of 2. And now, since we're subtracting them, we know subtraction goes with division. So we're going to make it into 1 log base 7. The first one goes on top, so x to the power of 8 divided by y to the power of 2. Any questions here?
Miss Carver,
Yes.
for number 5, I got the right answer, but I just didn't put the division thing. So how do you know when to like put it like for like number 40 is how you put the one in the parenthesis and this one you put in division? How do you know when to do that?
Well, another way of writing this would be log base 7, and then you could put the parentheses x to the power of 8 divided by y to the power of 2. Is that how you did it?
No. I did log 7, 8, x to the power of 8, and then y to the power of 2. I like put it together.
So just remember,
I did log 7.
when you
I
put
didn't
it
put the division or nothing.
when you put it together like this one, when they're right next to each other, or if you put the dot, or if you put like the multiplication symbol, that means that it's multiplying. So you can only multiply when you have the plus sign. So when you're adding them is when you would multiply. When you are subtracting the two logs, that's when you need the division sign here. So either you can put one on top of the other and divide it, or you can write it like this with the division sign in the middle.
Okay.
So it just depends on like what you're starting out with. So here, since we're starting out with subtraction, we divide. So here we're starting out with addition, so we know that we are going to end up multiplying these. So the first thing we can do is bring our powers to the top. So we have log base 8 of 2 raised to the power of 6. And then we can keep it a plus sign for now. Log base 8 of 3 to the power of 2. And now we can change this plus sign into a multiplication and condense it all into one log. So we have log base 8 of 2 to the power of 6 times 3 to the power of 2. And we can just leave it like this. So all we're doing here is condensing it into one log. Any questions here? Alright, let's go to 7. So we're going to bring our exponents to the top. So we have log base 4 of x to the power of 6 plus log base 4 of y to the power of 12. Since we have an addition sign, that means we're going to multiply the two together. So we have just one log, because we're condensing it into one single log, of x to the power of 6 times y to the power of 12. Any questions here? Any questions from the first page? Alright, let's go to the second page. Number 8. So again, we're going to bring this to the top. So we have log base 2 of a to the power of 4 plus log base 2 of b to the power of 20. And then we are going to combine them by multiplying. Since we're adding, that means we multiply. So we combine them into one log base 2, a to the power of 4 times b to the power of 20. Any questions here? Okay, so in that section, we condensed them into one log. Now we're going to take them from one log and expand it. So let's go to number 9. So here we're expanding. So since we have this multiplication symbol, this means we are going to add them. So we're going to split it up into two logs and add them together. So we have log 8 to the power of 3 plus log 5 to the power of 2. So every time you break it apart, each part of it needs to have its own log. And now we take our powers and bring them to the front. So we have 3 log of 8 plus 2 log of 5. Any questions here? All right, let's go to number 10. Okay, so here we're dividing, so this means we're going to break it apart and subtract them. So we have log base 5 of a to the 5th power minus log base 5 of b to the 3rd power. So we break it apart, each part gets its own log, and we subtract them. Since we started out with dividing, that means we're going to break them apart and subtract. Now we just need to take our powers and move it to the front. So we have 5 log of 5 of a minus 3 log base 5 of b. Any questions here? All right, let's go to 11. Okay, so here we're multiplying these two together, so we're going to break it apart and add. So we have log base 8 of w to the 3rd power plus log base 8 of the cubed root of u. So just looking at the first part, we can bring this 3 to the front. So we have 3 log base 8 of w. So that's done. Now looking at the second part. This cubed root of u is the same thing as saying u to the power of 1/3. So since our power here is 1/3, we're going to take this 1/3 and move it to the front. So we have 1/3 log base 8 of u. So this is our final answer. A lot of people got this one wrong on the homework, so make sure you guys know how to do this. Any questions on this one? All right, number 12. So we're dividing, that means we split them up and subtract. So we have log base 6 of 7 to the 5th power minus log base 6 of 2 squared, and then we just take our powers and move them to the front. So we have 5 log base 6 of 7 minus 2 log base 6 of 2. Any questions here? So remember, it does matter when you're subtracting what order it goes in. So if whatever's on the bottom has to come last. So when you're subtracting, the order matters. Okay, and last one. So here, there's two ways we can do this. We can start by bringing this 5 out to the front. So we have 5 log of 8 times x, log base 8 of x times y cubed. And now since we are multiplying in the middle, we can break it up and add them. So we have 5 log base 8 of x plus 5 log base 8 of y cubed. And now the last thing we need to do is take our power and bring it to the front. Since we already have a number out front, we just multiply these two together. So we're just multiplying the 3 times the 5. So we have 5 log base 8 of x plus 3 times 5 gives us 15 log base 8 of y. Any questions here? No questions? All right, I period, your test is Thursday next week. So it'll be on sections 7.2, 7.3, and 7.4. There's a review posted on Canvas, which is due next time I see you on Tuesday.